Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Two yards left on second down from the 9. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Malcolm Brown.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. And they try to catch him by surprise there on third down. But this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic can get you scored on again.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After one on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Broncos nothing.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go. Check it out.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Dolphins 10, Broncos 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. And again, it's Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Complete.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Hey, check, like 21. I like one lock. We got it. Check. Get wide, man. Tight dog.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, check, like 21. Check, like 21.
throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 17. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Now Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
14.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
44-yard line.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get this, get this. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the out, watch the out. I work for a lot.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Fire down. Safe.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 9.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Dolphins 13.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. It's complete to Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Check 55, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash.